Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
It's me, Georgia, and unfortunately, this video is not clickbait. I will be leaving YouTube. This video might be a bit long, so if you have a short attention span, maybe grab a snack, sit down, or I don't know, have the video playing in the background while you're doing something. I would just love if we could watch this video the old-fashioned way from start to finish. So I guess I'm gonna start at the beginning. I'm already getting emotional. When I was 13, all I wanted to do was be funny. I just wanted to make my friends laugh. I found a girl called Jamie's World on Facebook and instantly decided that this is how I wanted to spend my free time. So I started making videos and got so hooked on editing them, even in class, which I definitely shouldn't have been doing. I had a few little friends in year 8 that were very, very supportive of these silly little videos I would make. And on Monday after the weekend, they would always want to know if I had a video for them to watch. My principal eventually found out that I was making these videos, and he was actually the one that encouraged me to keep going and put them on YouTube. And at this point, I didn't even know what YouTube was. So I owe a lot to my middle school principal, Graham. After 11 years on YouTube, After 11 years on YouTube, I've achieved more in my life than I ever thought I could. When I was 18, I was a featured creator at VidCon 2018. The same year, I released a book with Penguin and I did a book tour all across Australia, where tens and thousands of you came to meet me and get your book signed. The Amazingly Disorganized Help Dictionary, that stands for ADHD, was a book to help kids growing up with learning difficulties, as my entire school life I was told that I wasn't good enough, and to use their differences to their advantage. We sold 50,000 copies of this book, and the feedback and support from not just kids and teens but the parents too was overwhelming. I met so many different people that came to me with different stories about how my videos helped them through tough times. I had kids telling me that I was their idol and that they had traveled as long as 8 hours to be there to see me. I even met a 10-year-old girl that enjoyed watching my videos but completely lost her sight to a rare condition, break down in my arms after just hearing my voice. I was 18 and completely unaware of just how much I'd achieved. 4 children across Australia asked me to be their Make-A-Wish. Meeting Caitlin, Lucy, Maya and Georgia are moments in my life that I would truly never forget. The support from you on YouTube has led me to do amazing, incredible, life-changing things that I can't thank you enough for. I have met people that I never thought I'd meet. I have done things that I never thought I would do, all because of YouTube. In 2019, I did my second tour around Australia, meeting thousands of you again, and the response was as overwhelming as usual. Your generosity was just insane. I have never been gifted so many unnecessary yummy treats and things, but I still treasure those gifts even today. In 2020, due to your amazing support once again, I won a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award for favourite Aussie/Kiwi content creator. Because it was during COVID, I couldn't actually travel to the awards, but winning this meant more than you know. Then in 2020, I had my first breakup, I moved into my own house. Then the brunt of COVID hit. A lot of things were changing in my life. Then my sister and I started a podcast called G Thanks. That got renewed 3 times, making it the longest running Spotify original podcast in the world. That might not be the case anymore, but it was still, at one point it was. We even had a podcast tour just last year that was another brilliant success. So many of you came to support and listen to us just talk. From silly little music videos to short films to comedy, I fell in love with making videos. As the industry of YouTube and social media grew, brands started becoming stricter with ads, more and more people became content creators, the term influencer was introduced, and people's attention spans slowly but surely shrunk. Content creation became extremely competitive and saturated, and my place here on YouTube slowly started to feel very different. So that brings us to today. I wanted to just kind of express how I feel about everything before I just say goodbye. I didn't just want to disappear off of YouTube. Like, I know a lot of people do that and there's nothing wrong with that, but I wanted to kind of explain why I'm leaving. For a long time now, I've felt lost. If I'm being honest, I just don't know where I fit in anymore. This might get a little sentimental and like soppy and whatever, but I don't care. But I'm gonna be sentimental now. If I may. I miss the days on YouTube where you'd sit through someone's introduction and chime in with them, and you'd actually want to get to know the person on your screen as you would a friend, and not just skipping through the introduction because you just want them to get to the point. I miss the days where vlogging was vlogging. There was dead air from time to time and people didn't have to blow up their best friend's car to get views. People also didn't have to speak at the speed of light with all these jump cuts to keep an audience engaged. I miss when subscribing actually meant something. When I'd get home from school and I'd open my laptop and check my subscription box to see if my favorite YouTubers had uploaded, and watch only those videos without this recommended feed trying to constantly steer me away from those that I dedicated to and that you wanted to watch. I miss when Instagram was Instagram, when YouTube was YouTube, and when TikTok was TikTok. And I know that so many others like myself enjoyed these platforms because they were different. not the same. Your support means the absolute world to me, and I know that you are what got me here, and that YouTube, this is what got me here. But I do know that there's things that change that are out of our control. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel a little bit let down by the extreme changes that YouTube has made over the years. Now, I believe YouTube is slowly becoming dominated by sports and gaming content, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for a few years, I've started to see that the content that gets pushed and the content that people want to watch is the type that involves millions of dollars, a whole production team, and hundreds of people to make. But I'm one person. It's just me making these videos. And that used to be enough, but I can't compete with that anymore. I got really tired of putting in effort into my videos just for an algorithm to decide who sees it. YouTube used to be exactly how it sounds. You were the creator, or you were the consumer. It was this beautiful creative space where you didn't have to have the biggest and best technology or cameras or production team to have your voice be heard. You just had to have a camera and something to upload it on. And the people that are still doing it solo and smashing the game, like Cody Ko, for example, I really do applaud them because it's hard. This platform just doesn't really feel like it's for the individual anymore. It doesn't feel like it's for you anymore. I know that when people kind of leave their career or their job, they often say, I've outgrown it. But this is a case of the platform outgrowing me. It feels like when I started here on YouTube, I like moved into this small town, right? Where everyone knew everyone, and like there wasn't much to the town, but the community was really tight-knit and really sweet. And now in 2024, it feels like I've still got that same little house that I moved into, but there's all these skyscraper, huge buildings surrounding me now. And these big, tall buildings are so huge and cool and distracting that people like me, that the little houses are really hard to see anymore, you know? It sounds... I know that sounded a little bit pick-me, it wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, I'm just so tiny, small, no one can see me anymore.
That's not what I meant. You get what I mean. So in saying that, I'm gonna be leaving YouTube and dedicating my best content to Instagram and TikTok. I still wanna make the content that you come here for, I'm gonna be putting it somewhere else. Part of growing is adapting, and I've been holding on to YouTube for so long, but I just need to adapt. And I know that a lot of you are gonna say, well, Georgia, why don't you just upload like a video here and there, like a skit, you know? And I would do that. I would 100% do that if I wasn't uploading it to a platform that craves consistency. If I do that, you're not gonna see it. That just doesn't work anymore. I just need to focus on me, and I need to focus on what's working. So if you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because that's where I will be. I will revisit this decision in a year, and I might make a return to YouTube. This is gonna get really soppy and emotional, so for anyone watching that's just gonna think that I'm overreacting, I don't care. YouTube is my career, it's my life. You can move on. You have felt like a family for so long. Thank you for everything you've helped me achieve throughout the years. I would be nowhere without YouTube. I would be nowhere without you. Thank you to the people that used to watch me when they were kids. Thank you to the people that just joined and are now seeing this. Thank you to the people who've stuck around for it all. Thank you for going above and beyond to support me and this little channel of mine. You have given me this life. You have given me this job. I will be forever grateful for you for that. I wouldn't be sitting in this room if it wasn't for you. I'm gonna really miss making YouTube videos, but thank you for the beautiful handwritten letters and messages that I get on a daily. Oh my God, I'm such an ugly crier. Thank you to my management team, Tom, Yan Yan, and Sonia, for dealing with my teenage self and my adult self and all these changes and my best and worst moments. You've been there through it all, so really thank you for that. I want to say a big thanks to the kid that rocked up at our doorstep one day, and as I opened the door, he said, "You look a lot prettier in your videos." So just want to say a big thanks to him, because, you know, that one humbled me. It's what I needed. So I just want to say thank you to my parents for all the times I kicked them out of the house to film videos because I didn't want them to hear me. I remember when Mum and Dad would read my school reports and like sit me down and be like, "Georgia, you know, like this isn't good. Like we need to like make some changes here or find out what's wrong." But instead of forcing me to just break my brain with subjects at school, my parents saw potential in me in this other weird avenue that was still, like back then, not even really considered a job. My dad would drive me to these locations to film these silly little music videos, and he'd just sit in the car and do nothing while I filmed them. I still remember I had to be somewhere and I really wanted to upload a YouTube video, but my screen kept timing out. So my dad said, "It's all right, darling, I'll sit at the screen with a cup of coffee and I'll make sure the screen doesn't time out, and he just sat there and waited like an hour or two for my video to upload. I'll be forever thankful for all the years that my mum managed me. I really couldn't have asked for better parents. So Mum and Dad, I love you, and thank you for encouraging your weird little daughter. And of course, Lily, my sister, for just always being supportive.
God, you'd think she's winning an Oscar with this performance. Bloody hell.
Thank you to all my friends who celebrated with me when I hit 1 million subscribers, because you all know that was such a big deal to me. And to all the people that made those beautiful little fan pages for me on Instagram and YouTube. That's disgusting. I'll get that out of the frame. One, I can't believe that people still make them. Never get my head around the fact that you would spend your time downloading my videos, editing them, finding the best music for them, putting them up there for nothing, just for me to notice it. I'm gonna put a few little like fan pages up here that I've noticed throughout the years that are like my favorites. Thank you for making Georgia Productions such a well-known name in Australia. I will always be Georgia Productions, even if my handles change. I hope that you guys can be supportive of my decision, and I will be forever grateful for you. See you later, potato.